Hi guys. Alright. First card out I see is we have the Resilience card, and it's clarified by the Chariot in the reverse. Some of you guys had to become resilient and overcome a lot of barriers and obstacles in general, like from not just your past relationship, but pretty much every fucking relationship it seems like that you've ever had has left you feeling alone, and at different times sometimes you were eager to try again, and sometimes you just walked away and took a path where you didn't want anybody to find you, and you needed to be alone to think type thing. I see that you've been working on manifestation, and for those of you who have been on this channel, you've been learning about it. Big game changer right there, as many of you guys have realized that have mastered it. Manifestation has nothing to do with anything on the outside. It's actually created by our thoughts and our feelings. So for those of you who have actually figured this out, you have taken your power back from circumstances that honestly have always been out of your control. And you're no longer trying to control things that are out of your control. Now you are working on the 3 different options that you have to choose from, and you understand that those options are that whenever you're dealing with another individual, you can either work things out with that person, you can not be able to work it out with somebody and then have to walk away, or you can choose to both basically agree that things are not going very well at all and stay and not do anything. So those are things that you're learning and you're practicing and you're mastering. So you've had a lot of big changes in your life, but a lot of these changes are good changes. You aren't going to be able to learn how to do all these things that are positive without going through all of the suffering, the loss, and the realizations with it. Some of you guys also realize that you don't dread the hard times as much anymore. In fact, some of you guys look forward to the next lesson. That's what you consider things to be now, is a lesson. It's basically like manager training. Just like with anything else in our lives, like we're not going to be able to get better or get promoted if we don't learn the new techniques. If we don't educate ourselves better, further, more than the people that we're trying to boss around. And you're just somebody who seems like they have a lot of common sense. Which is nice for anybody to deal with. I see the next thing you have out is some of you guys have a new connection in love coming. I don't know that some of you guys were trying to exactly get that, but it just kind of developed when you started to learn how to love yourself. The minute you removed yourself from the people who pretty much just kind of spoke heavily about one another and did the opposite of what supportive people do for each other, your energy instantly just went up at least 50 or more %. And you, if you don't know, needed to know that it wasn't you who was feeling the icky ways that you were feeling. It was that you were in a room full of people that felt shitty ways. And now you notice things like that. You're like, I don't know, I wasn't feeling this way before I got here, so I think I'm just going to exit the room, go walk around the block, go grab a coffee, whatever it is that you need to do. But you take those feet distance steps away from circumstances and environments now before you actually put blame on yourself for any of the emotions that you have become a part of. And that's something I'm just barely learning to do. Like, I already noticed that, nearer and farther away from people, and I could tell, who was going to make me feel icky or not icky. But when you get stronger and stronger and stronger when it comes to being more empathetic to the feelings around you, you don't need to be in the same rooms as people anymore. You could have people thinking at different times of the day, and you'll pick up on how they feel. And so that's something that we're going to practice more, study more about. But basically, you're just starting to realize literally that you have complete control over at least how you perceive things, react to things, and do things as an individual. See that during this time, you put yourself into a private sanctuary, and you have the rites of passage here, and the rites of passage would obviously mean that you're possibly going to either give people access to your passageway, or you have been given access to a new pathway that is going to be it's going to be an extremely major part of your next chapter. This doesn't have to be a connection in love, but if that's something that you're looking for, you definitely have love here. That I'm hearing intelligent love, on the same level type love, like two people, same dream, easy peasy type shit. Lots of intelligence here. So what's going to happen between the two of you guys is a lot of stimulation, ideas, and growth. You're going to put those plans that you've been keeping to yourself into action. And this could be either in a love or a business type of partnership, but I do see that you've been brainstorming and you have some outstanding ideas that definitely need to come into fruition. And over the year, the next half of this year and next 2024, I see business plans being made, collaborations, and some signatures and dotting lines and finalizing deals. And this could be marriage, this could be new companies, this could be purchasing properties, but whatever it is, you have some major things coming into the next year and a half for you. Everything that you've been dreaming of, working hard for, and hoping to achieve, like, you've already achieved those goals. You're on track and more than. And basically, your business partner or your partner in crime, your future husband, your future wife, like, they're here now, somewhere around you. You may know who this person is, and you may not know that they're into you, but regardless of your whereabouts, this person is in your energy, they're in your presence, and they're in your life currently. They may not know you physically, emotionally, mentally, like personally, but they know who you are, and they have been watching you and taking interest in you for a while. So you may be approached by somebody. If somebody asks you to go on a date, I'm hearing go on the first 3 dates that people ask you to go on. 3 people, even if there's 15, just say yes to the first 3 random people. If they say, you want to do this as a date? Sure, let's do it. Don't go in with any expectations. Just simply listen to what this person has to say. If the person speaks about anything during these meetings that sounds like your business plan as well, this is the person who you need to continue to collaborate with. So keep that in mind, and just give yourself a big pat on the back. You've been working really fucking hard, and you have amazing and extraordinary things coming over the next year and a half. So use your energy wisely. Stay out of anything toxic, anything from the past, because it will disrupt your future. And you finally have actually cleared yourself away from anything that you don't need anymore. And so if you were to return to anything, you'd just basically repeat another cycle of the past, and you would not actually end up achieving this goal. With your age now and your experiences now, to add one more disappointing experience to the mix, it could be a deal breaker for some of you with as intelligent as you are. So pick and choose wisely, stay focused, and strive to meet your goals at this time. If love ends up becoming a natural thing, see how you feel about it. But your goals, your business dreams, and everything you've been working to achieve, that's this chapter, and it's actually here. These are not ideas anymore. These are actual actions being taken. So pay attention to who you have in your life right now, because these are going to be your future partners, business and personal.